Hello, everybody. So I just wanted to pop on here and talk to you for a minute about some life changes and living in alignment and following your messages, because I've had a pretty crazy few weeks of truly following my messages, and I want to share with you about how powerful it can be even when it's really scary. So I'm just going to jump right in. I have been doing a naturopathy program in France since the beginning of 2020. And at the very beginning, even at the very beginning, I was like, is this for me? I had a lot of doubts, but I felt like I was stuck, especially money-wise. I felt like, I've already paid and I can't get out of it, so I might as well stay. And it just kept on not feeling right. It never felt right, but I was like, well, I've made the commitment. I kept on saying to myself, I've made the commitment. I'm going to do it. Even though I've been getting messages since April, I think, that I need to leave the program. And we're in September now, right? That was 5 months ago. So I made a decision in August. I went on holiday and my energy just totally changed, not being in that environment of school. And the environment of it, it wasn't like, I'm really glad I stayed actually in the end, because I met a lot of really wonderful people, but the actual school itself wasn't great for me. And so when I was on holiday, I was doing an activation through with the book The Sophia Code, which is a wonderful book, and I absolutely loved it. And I did several of the initiations over my holiday, and there was one I was doing, I think it was with Mother Mary, or Mary Magdalene. It was Mary Magdalene. And as I was doing the initiation, I just received so clearly, you have got to leave. It's time to walk away. We're going into September, and I've been receiving since April as well, that in September my whole life would be different. And Mary Magdalene was literally speaking to me saying, you have to leave. Your life is going to be different, and this is the first way that it's going to be different. You have to do it. You have to make this leap of faith. You have to do it. And so I decided I was going to do it. And I sat on it for about a week before I actually did it. But with that week, the whole week I was knowing, I'm going to leave. I just my human self needs a little bit of time to figure everything out. And I still don't have everything figured out. But I eventually sat down and I got in contact with my school, and I said, I'm not coming back for these reasons. And I'm not going to go into all of that because it's energy I don't want to give. It's something I don't want to give energy to. But I said, I'm not coming back. And I broke the cord. And so now I have left the school, something that I've been wanting and feeling like I needed to do since April. I'm glad that I waited this long, because I've learned a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have learned otherwise, met some wonderful people I wouldn't have met otherwise. I've been in France, which I needed to be. There's an activation portal here for my soul, for the sisters as well, the sisters of the Pleiades, and of which I am one. And so it was really important for me to be in France for all those reasons. But now that energy is complete, and I felt that for a while. And September, is complete, and it's my birth month as well. So my birthday's coming up. It's just, everything is coming full circle. And even though it's really scary, because on the human realm, in the human world, I still have a financial obligation. I still have to finish with what I've paid and finish paying. I still have things I have to figure out. I'm like, okay, where am I going to go now? Right. And so there's still stuff that's scary, and I don't have everything figured out. I'm figuring it out day by day, and trusting that I made this leap, that the universe, not even the universe, but my guides, the pinnacle, the council that I connect with and that I literally am part of, have said to me, you have to do this. And so I'm trusting them that, okay, I did it. I'm ready. And to receive more. And I have already been receiving, itchy eye. I have been receiving more. I have received more about my connection to the fairies, which Mary and I have talked about on a couple of podcasts, and we have a podcast coming out on Tuesday that's going to be so much more about, well, not so much more, but we're going to talk more about them, and more about how why my soul's here, what I'm here to do, what I need to learn next, which is reawakening the shamanic part of my soul, because I've been a shaman in almost every life that I've seen. And so it's time for me to relearn that. Not like remember, really, it's not even relearning. I've remembered that some other parts of who my soul is, some other energies that Maya is, that Maya, the third star, who is me, I'm who I hold the energy of. What other energies are also Maya, that I feel really strongly connected to, because, well, I am strongly connected to, and I'm not ready to share all of that yet because I'm still getting used to that part. You're not getting used to, but integrating that part. But basically, I've learned so much about myself since I made this decision and walked away from school. It's been crazy. It's like the floodgates open. And so I know that more is coming and more floodgates are coming to open, right? And it's really exciting, even though it still remains very scary. Like, not going to sugarcoat it. It's still scary. I'm probably going to end up going back and spending some time with living with my parents for a little while, which is super weird because I live with my boyfriend now, but we're just gonna, like, you know, I'm gonna have to leave for a while. It's gonna be a really weird transition to go from living with my boyfriend to staying with my parents for a little bit. It's gonna be super bizarre. So things like that on a human realm, I'm like, what is this? And even my boyfriend and I are facing, you know, having to be separated for a while because we're both from different countries, and visas and things get weird, right? Not weird, it's just, it's a human hurdle you have to jump through and all these things. But it's been really great because I feel trust in myself. I feel trust in the pinnacle. I feel trust in my messages. I know everything's going to work out. I have seen where I'm supposed to go, and you know, that path may change a little bit. I don't know. I'm waiting for things to come through, and I'm really surrendering. I've never surrendered like this before in my life. I've never done something like this without a more concrete plan. And I really feel like I'm stepping into my North Node, which I had a conversation about with one of my sisters about stepping into your North Node. And when you really step into your North Node, your life kind of like changes. It's like this weird but beautiful transition. And my North Node is in Libra, in the second house. And if you don't know your astrology North Node, then you should definitely look it up. And if you want to know more about it, I'd love to talk about that. I talk about it in sessions sometimes and such. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, send me a message and we can talk. But my North Node is in Libra in the second house. So it's all about being in partnership with others, in business and in life, and taking care of myself. And I really feel like I'm finally fully stepping into that. Like, this is the gateway, right? And I'm really excited about it. And the energy is different. But it all has come from listening to myself and trusting my messages and knowing that I was out of alignment. And so now I'm getting myself back into alignment. And that's what I say so often, is that if you're out of alignment, you know it, and it's time to get back into alignment. This is not straight. It's like really bothering me. And so the reason I'm sharing this is because I know a lot of people have come up and realized that they're out of alignment with their job or their or life in some way with this whole COVID stuff that's happened. And I really want to encourage you to make the changes that you need to make to be in alignment, because it's so important. Even if it's really scary and you're like, I don't know what's going to happen. What if this doesn't work? What if I'm wrong? I have those thoughts. I still have those thoughts. I'm like, what if I'm wrong? What if I fail? What if I fall? But the universe, you know, I'm always receiving. Every day that when I channel, I'm receiving, you know, you're doing the right thing, you're doing it. And so if you know it, and I feel it deep in my gut. I'm a sacral authority in human design, and I feel it in my gut. My gut is finally starting to feel better because I'm digesting my life again. And like, I've been receiving for months as well, like, oh, your gut, your stomach. I've gone through a quantum healing of healing the past life reasons for gut issues, but I haven't been digesting my life. And the pinnacle has kept saying to me, you're not digesting your life. Like, we've shown you everything you needed to heal from past and other dimensional lives, but it's time for you to digest your life. And you're the one who has to do that. You have to step away from what you can't digest, which was school. And I feel better. It's amazing. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna cough. Just a second. So I want to encourage you to, if you know that you're out of alignment somewhere, figure out what it is, where you're out of alignment, and what can you do, and just ask. And if you need, if you need extra help getting that guidance, because I've asked people to help me during this time and channel for me as well. And so that's part of what I'm here to do right now. What I've channels I'm here to do with people is to help you get into alignment in your life, help you get the messages or confirm the messages you're receiving about what you're supposed to do. And so I'm always here. I'm always open to help. It feels so good to be in alignment, to be getting into alignment. And so I'm really excited to help more and more people get into alignment, how they're supposed to be. But I just wanted to share this story, share this little update. That's what I've been going through. That's what I've been referencing on my other posts. And yeah, things are changing and I'm really excited to see what happens. I'm really excited to see where I'm supposed to go next, and who I'm supposed to connect with. And I'm really excited to have more space to open up and to help more people and connect with more of my soul family, to connect with you. Because I have the time and the space, I finally have the energy for it, which is what 2020 has been screaming at me the whole year. So I wanted to just say that, and I wanted to leave it with a little bit of channeling. So I just feel like there's a message for the collective that needs to come through. So I'm just going to be quiet for a moment. Stop holding back your voice. There's a throbbing that I am feeling in my throat right now, and it's the throbbing of the collective, not saying what you need to say, not saying what you need to say. Stop saying that you cannot say what you need to say. That is a curse that you put on yourself, a curse of words. Not in the, we want to make sure that you understand our language, that we're not saying curse, scary, scary, scary. No, we're saying you literally create your reality with your words. And so when you say, I can't say this, I can't say this, I cannot be who I need to be, I cannot say what I need to say, you were putting that energy in your throat. You're putting that energy right here, where it's coming through on Maya's body. It's right here. Stop saying that you cannot say what you need to say. Stop. Stop covering everything else up that you need to say. Stop covering up your voice. Stop covering up your power. Stop with the covering. Stop with the covering. Stop being afraid of who you are. Stop being afraid of what you need to say. September is a month to step into your full power. Stop being afraid. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop second guessing everything that you receive. Stop second guessing your messages. Stop second guessing everything in the world. You know. And it's time for you to open. It's time for you to open.